Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Seeking Dubai. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about this project here. It's called Sharjah Waterfront City. Ajmal Makan at Sharjah Waterfront City. And I believe that if you explore this project, it's definitely one of the most exciting feasibilities right now in the market today. And there's a few reasons to kind of look at Sharjah. The first one is Dubai's market's already elevated. We're unlikely to see major volatile periods like we saw in the past. But it's still hard to argue that you're buying incredible value anymore, right? So that's Dubai's market, where waterfront properties are now anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 dirhams per square foot. And if you're looking at Sharjah, this is the second largest emirate in terms of its land area and its population. And in fact, in the 70s, it was a bigger economic center than Dubai. So Sharjah is actually entering a period of revitalization. A lot of people are moving to the city, and already it has a very large population, around 2 million, which is kind of densely packed in this location here. So what we've seen over the past few years is Sharjah themselves, like the other emirates, they're all collaborating and they're building in their own ways. And so Sharjah, we're seeing a lot of developments towards the suburbs. Some of the major developments are kind of highlighted over here, and there's quite a few others as well. And like for like, they're as good as anything that you'll see on this side of the border, which is Dubai. And then on the waterfront, Mariam Island is a really interesting project, which we've also talked about previously. And one thing to note is Sharjah doesn't have so much waterfront as Dubai does, right? So even though Sharjah is a much larger emirate, and then Abu Dhabi, of course, has the largest coastline. We've got Ras Al Khaimah over here. And the other thing to note is Sharjah's real estate market is actually the best performing in terms of growth year on year if you're looking at Q1 2024 numbers. So year on year is 104% growth on volume. So Q1 of Sharjah actually saw more transactions than Abu Dhabi, which was around 5,500 transactions. But of course, all these other emirates, even though they have their own markets and feasibilities, they are dwarfed by Dubai, which had 35,000 transactions in just that 3-month period. Okay, so now let's go into the main topic of this video. I think I've given a decent enough background. So here we have Sharjah Waterfront City. This project was actually announced back in 2017. They didn't just announce it and start selling properties. Actually, they spent a lot of time developing the infrastructure. So all the 8 islands are already ready here. All the infrastructure is there. This is what the island looks like right now. So it's not something on paper. You can actually go and purchase a ready property here right now. And in fact, the developer actually has maybe 3 or 4 units still available in their inventory, and they're giving like 1-year payment plans. And I might not go into so much detail in terms of the floor plans and real minute details of the project, but if you are interested, in exploring this in more detail, a site visit, a phone call, then please, hit the description box and send us a message. We'd absolutely love to connect with you. So this is the kind of footage that you're seeing of the Sun Island. There's 326 properties here, 4 to 7 bedrooms. They've got a couple of smaller 4-bedroom types still available over here. And then you've got these 2 ready apartment blocks where they have some apartments that you can buy ready to move in with a pretty good payment plan. And then you've got a couple of more buildings which are coming close to handover. So far, whatever they have launched is over 95% sold out. But this is just the start of the developments. This is the initial stages. And when you visit here today, I think a few things that you're going to find is, it's very peaceful, right? Because this is the uncrowded part of Sharjah. But the other thing is that it's not so very easy to envisage moving into this kind of property straight away. And so if you're kind of buying this kind of real estate, you have to be able to take a medium to long-term view. And that's when you will end up having a pretty amazing asset, because the project's going to end up looking like this, right? This is going to be one of the major commercial centers of Sharjah. And on the ground, the realities are all pretty much there, right? So if you're looking at this chart over here, this is the satellite imagery, and this is the corresponding master plan. So right now, like, this is the ready part. This is called Sun Island. Then we've got the ready apartments. But what's coming up pretty soon is they're probably going to be announcing a major theme park to come over here. So this will really give the area a lot of attention, right? Because right now, a lot of people haven't heard of it. And then this is the major downtown of the island, where they envisage building one of the major centerpiece towers of Sharjah over here along these fountains. And so over here, you're going to have marina birds. This is going to be a very high-end district of Sharjah. And so I think what's going to happen is, right now, if you look at this first island, this was more high-end properties. Now, the next island that's come up, they've actually upgraded the sizes and the finish of the properties as well. And as time goes on, each of these islands, you're going to see more interesting developments come up, and then probably you will continuously see a rise in prices. So currently, you're looking at an average of around 1,000 dirhams per square foot. Now, this second island over here in red, right? So this is a bigger island than the first one. Okay. I hope this is kind of clear on this screen, but anyway, this is the entire island, and right now they just held an amazing launch event and where they sold these properties over here. And so over here you've got 5-bedroom semi-detached properties and then 6-bedroom independent villas. And check out the kind of built-up areas and plot sizes and the kind of price points that you're able to buy these for, right? So in these days, you're buying townhouses in Dubai at these kind of price points, and these are mostly along the waterfront. Not all of them, but then all the properties are single row, they all have this amazing park. And if you really want to understand it, you can actually visit right now and see everything on the ground itself. And it's not a very long drive away. I've made the journey myself at least a couple of times now. There's 3 different ways to get from Dubai to this side over here. So you don't have to go through Sharjah itself, right? So this is the main arteries. The other thing to know is that this parcel is about 30 minutes away from Marjan Island. Now on Marjan Island, there are also obviously waterfront properties. This is an amazing hotspot as well. And I think people are familiar that we've tracked the Ras Al Khaimah market from when we first pitched this kind of project to our investors. So now this is what the Marjan Island looks like. There's obviously a lot of developments coming up here, but there's no villas or townhouses, right? Which are coming up here. And usually the apartments, they start from around 2,000 dirhams per square foot. So that is the quick update for Ajmal Makan and then just the larger Sharjah area. I hope that was an idea that might be interesting for you. And again, if you'd like to learn more about it, please hit the description box, send us a message, and we'd absolutely love to connect with you. All right? Thank you very much. Take care.